Hey there everyone, welcome back to GameVine. My name is Dave and today we're going to be taking a look at quite the game that I picked up at a thrift store long ago, and I think this does have a bit of Cat Week theme to it. Am I right? Let's look at Lion King. So this game is huge. Can you see me? No? Now, I have seen a lot of Lion King games out there, and this one is particularly hard to get. It's like in the medium range. There are much higher and more expensive Lion King games, but I think this one, out of all the ones that I've played, is the better one. But that doesn't mean that it's a good game. It just means that it's the best game out of some of the mass market games, and we all know how those can go. Now, Lion King is one of my favorite movies, and I played this with the kid a few times, and I want to go ahead and show you what comes in the box because there's quite a bit, and show you the gameplay because, well, it's very interesting. I have most of the pieces, though the pieces that I have allow us to operate this game at full capacity. So with all that being said, let me show you what comes in this box, and then we'll show you how to play. Let's go. Alright, so here's what comes in the box, and holy cow, it is highly produced, and this is quite the spectacle. You have little mechanisms that are going to be shooting things. You got little spinners. This does have a spinner on the board. I don't know if you see that, but there is there. And then all these cardboard components are decent. This is an older game, and it passed hands quite a bit. I think the only piece that I'm missing is his stand, which is not too bad. There's another kind of catapult thing. You got Pride Rock, the hyenas, Scar. The whole gang is here. Now, the box is huge because of the actual board. That would be my only gripe with the production. Other than that, it's pretty solid. Alright, so now let me show you how to actually play this game. Oh yeah, these guys are bouncy. I like that. Okay, so look at this board, and there's even more that you can't see that I'm going to have to show you a little bit later. But I have the game set up for 4 players. Now, I'm not going to be judging this game harshly. It is a kid's game, and it does have a spinner, which I am not a fan of the spinner, especially because there can be a turn that you don't do anything. I don't like that, and some of the times that you're flicking the little catapults, you're going to miss and lose a turn. So I'm going to give it some leniency because it's a kid game and an older one. So just go into the video knowing that. So the name of the game is to be the person to knock over Scar and take him out on these boulders, and you're going to be doing that with Simba on that little catapult. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First, you're going to start the game by giving everybody 3 of these tiles here, and you're going to be keeping these secret, with the one exception, the Mufasa tile. This is a very special tile for the most part, so know that right now. So on your turn, everybody's going to be moving Simba, and that's why it's important to be the last person to do the final blow on Scar. So you're going to be moving Simba as you move the spinner here and doing different arena action points. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 different action arenas, and once you get to them, everybody's going to execute them together, and then once that action arena is done, you move on after Simba grows up just a little bit, and then you do the next one. On your turn, you just spin the spinner and you move the amount that it says. Now, I am missing only 2 parts. I'm missing this guy here. Now, if you land on the Mufasa, then whoever has the Mufasa token, they will have to give it to you. If you have the Mufasa, you actually lose a turn and don't do anything. But you will continue to move this spinner and move down here and landing on blank spots that do nothing. But if you land on a Nala spot, you get a chance to trade a token to try to get the Mufasa token, but everybody will keep it secret. So you'll pick one from somebody's hand, trade one of yours, and they'll give you the one that you pick. Now it's important because if you have 2 different character faces as well, you get to take a second turn if you show them, say, hey look, I got 2 of the characters, and there are 3 different characters, Timon, Pumbaa, and Zazu. Timon is over here, and then there is Mufasa. Mufasa is actually going to allow you to take the first turn in every action arena, so it's important. That's why he's important. Other than that, if you have 2 of these character tokens, you can take another spinner turn if you wanted to. But once we get down to the Elephant Graveyard, we're going to stop play and then spin the spinner and then try to have the longer tucks in on the quadrant that has a hyena. Once we do, we have defeated that hyena and we get a Rafiki shield, which is important later on. And we'll continue to do this spinner here until all the hyenas are defeated, and then Simba grows up and we'll be moving this token instead. And then we'll continue to do the spinner stuff, trading tokens along the way until we get to the bug bouncing pond, which you can't see. Now let's get to that part right now. So the bug bouncing pond is the first of 2 catapults, and it's an okay catapult. What you're trying to do is to get each bug in each one of the little circle leaves, and if any part is inside, it's considered inside the leaf. And once you get one in there, you get another Rafiki shield. Again, I'm going to go over those at the very end of the game there. So what you do is you get 1 turn, and everybody will be passing. You get 1 turn to go ahead and flick these bugs. Now sometimes they go flying like that, or you can get them in like that. You can aim it as much as you want, but once all 3 bugs are in there, you will then move the Simba oldest token along the way until the Mirage Pond where you see Mufasa. And this one's kind of annoying. You're spinning the spinner to click this as many times as the spinner to get Mufasa's face to show up, and once that happens, you move on. If you get Mufasa's face here, you don't actually perform the trade Mufasa action. You just kind of lose a turn again. But that is that one there, and then once you complete that, you'll continue on down to defeat Scar. Now, again, every time that you start an action arena, if you have the Mufasa token, you go first. But this is where the Rafiki tokens come in. Now, you're going to take this Simba, and you're going to be trying to get the boulders. And if you knock down a boulder, you will remove it from play. But you get multiple turns if you have Rafiki shields. So, let's say I did that one. If I had 2 Rafiki shields, I could go again. And if I have 3 Rafiki shields, I can go again. If I have 4 Rafiki shields, so every Rafiki shield that I add on top of the second one, I can continue doing this action. And this one isn't the greatest, but you gotta knock over the boulder. And when you knock over one and it doesn't have Scar in it, you leave it out, and if you get all the way down to the last one standing here, you will know where Scar is. But once you've done that, the person who has knocked Scar over is the winner. You take this little token here, you place it up here, and everybody's happy. Well, it doesn't actually, it goes right in there like that, and it's the circle of life. So that's how you play this game. Now let's give this game a grade. Again, a kid-size grade. That's how I'm evaluating this. And then we'll tell you what you think. Let's go. That is The Lion King. Now from Milton Bradley. That's what I guess you can find it under. Now, what do I think of this game? It's a 70. It's not bad for a kid's game. It's like very elaborate and fun to build. Now the pieces like the Pride Rock and the cardboard pieces, I can see them getting wore and maybe torn over time, especially because this is for a kid. But this one's held up pretty well, and it was in a thrift store, like I said. But I do think the actual games being split up into little sections is fun, and your kids are going to be able to grasp the concept of each game relatively easy, and getting the little tokens to try to make sure that you have the right characters is interesting. A little bit of deduction and hidden identity is always a little bit of fun, and a good starting point for your kids to jump off into the next level of those type of games. The dexterity aspect of it is a bit fiddly. Sometimes the kids might get frustrated with that. I did have a moment where I even got a little miffed on it, but once you get the hang of it in the way that the actual mechanism works, it's actually a lot of fun. So, like I said, this is the best of all the Lion King's games that I've ever played. I played about 3 when I was young, including this one, now that I'm older. So, I think if you're able to get this for about 20 bucks or find it at a thrift store, definitely pick this up. Other than that, if you see it on eBay for anything that's higher than around 25 to 30 bucks, you can pass on this. Like I said, this is a decent game. So with that being said, I recommend this for any Lion King lover and people who have an extra 20 bucks in their pocket. So thank you so much for joining me in today's cat video. I know it is not the domestic size cats. I love talking about all size cats. And Lion King, like I said, is one of my favorite Disney movies. So thank you so much again for joining me. Until the next time that I see you, please click like and subscribe. I am Dave, and have a great rest of your day and a great time with all that you play. The game vivant. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.